Hi everyone and welcome back to YOTI. My name is Tim Vine and today we're on Manaia, 2023 Lagoon 77, now for sale exclusively with YOTI. Now this boat started her life being built by Lagoon in Bordeaux and was handed over to her first owner, her current owner, an Australian couple, and she's an Australian registered boat. She started her adventure up in the Med, where she had a season or two. She then came down across the Atlantic, through the Caribbean, and across the Pacific. Some of this footage was taken up in Tonga, and then most of it was where I met the boat in Fiji, just off Muscat Cove, and I had two really enjoyable but really informative days with the skipper. When I was on board was how much influence the skipper had, on the order of this boat. He wanted a really simple boat. He didn't want to be in the middle of the Pacific and have to call on a really specialized, for example, electrician to sort out the touchscreen. So he ordered and influenced the order of a very simple boat with proper switchboards and a lot of redundancy, and it's really paid dividends for the trip. The boat has had its normal small teething problems, as a new boat does, but no major problems, and has been very, very reliable, mainly because of the specification that he influenced. It's the 4-cabin layout with that wonderful private opening door out of the owner's cabin. He's retrofitted a lot of really intelligent parts to the boat. This massive boom tent that we sat under for a day out of the sun allows access into that forward cabin and forward cockpit. I've just added a cabin layout diagram here, and having spent 2 or 3 days on this boat, the layout works very, very well for what these clients have used the boat for. She has forward port galley with crew quarters forward, 2 VIPs, port and starboard aft, and then the master cabin, which has that fantastic opening private wharf, which I've got some footage of later, which is incredible. The boat was specified with aluminium Spycraft boom and a very, very cool carbon fibre canoe boom, which makes putting the main away very easy. Another piece of intelligent specification on the boat is the synthetic teak. It's up and down the side decks, all up and down the entrances onto the hulls with a grey caulking, so it's very easy. It's light enough that it doesn't get hot, and it's very, very durable. We're looking in the aft cockpit now, down onto the tender that's floating. Huge amount of space in this area. Port side, down through that glass door, is access to the VIP cabin. And what is so important about this is with the down galley, the space in this saloon is incredible. Those 2 tables to port join up for formal dining. We're looking forward now into the forward cockpit doors, a little saloon, forward saloon area here. There are areas on the boat where people can escape and have their own space everywhere. Into the forward cockpit, under that sunshade. We sat there for hours discussing the boat. We've got the 3 furlers there. One's a Code Zero, one's a Genoa, and a jib, all controlled from the helm. And the bowsprit that also runs the asymmetric. Trampolines were replaced recently. What impressed me about the boat was how immaculate it was. Luke and his team have done an incredible job. Luke's been on the boat since it was new, and he's done an incredible job keeping this boat looking as new. Entrance to the forward galley and into that forward nav station, 2 big B&G screens. Coffee machine forward, there's a small wet bar forward. And then looking aft, the aft cockpit is amazing. Really, really nice space that can be fully enclosed if you want it to be for formal dining. VIP access to port there into a separate cabin. All upgraded furnishings, day beds. The space on this boat is just incredible. There's another small wet bar aft. And then we're going to look aft now, down onto the tender lift that houses Williams jet tender, 110 horsepower Yanmar diesel, We did a couple of outings on the boat, and it's a very, very cool, very efficient exploration boat. Coming up is probably my favourite feature on the boat. Lagoon, the pioneers in this, and it's just a very, very special space. We sat there and I interviewed Luke whilst he was sitting on the platform. I was sitting on those stairs filming, and it just adds a really nice piece of air and light into that master cabin. Forward into a walk-in wardrobe. Those stairs are back obviously up into the saloon, and then into a really, really good-sized owner's heads with separate standing shower. We're upstairs now. This is an equally impressive space. Under that daybed aft is a jacuzzi or a spa, really good lounging either side of that. Separate dining off to starboard. This can obviously be enclosed with full clears. We had it open. It was a beautiful day out here in Fiji. It's an impressive space to sit and just watch the world go past. Luke was telling me that on passage they live up here. The visibility's fabulous. Instrumentation's good. So have a look forward. Twin wheels. 2 more big screens up there. 5 electric Hartung winches. 4 of them are 2-speed and 1's a 3-speed. And then in between the wheels is another fridge, ice maker, and very importantly, a TV. It comes out of there and you can be watched from the spa or from the daybed aft. It's a very, very nice space. We spent a lot of time on those couple of days up in that area. Everything's really easy to access. The boat's very easy to sail for a big boat. It's had a lot of thought put into making it an easy boat to sail. We took this photo on the last night. The crew got the area ready for me for photography just to show what it looks like and how cool it looks in night mode. It's into the galley. Very, very well laid out galley. Easy to use, heaps of light, heaps of ventilation, heaps of fridge space and freezer space, dishwasher, induction cooktop, twin sinks. And then forward of that is a crew area. So if the guests do want a bit of space and a bit of privacy, the crew do have an area that they can escape to and have their own time and space. Please give me a call. Manaia is a 2023 Lagoon 77, now exclusively for sale with YOTI. Incredibly specified, intelligently specified. Her full inventory is available on the listing. And what I hope I've been able to do in this presentation is give you an idea just on how magnificently Manaia's been kept and how intelligently and thoroughly she's been specified by her current owners. Please get in touch. My details are coming up below. She's currently in New Zealand, in Auckland. I'd love to talk to you about the opportunity to buy this beautiful Lagoon 77. Thanks and have a good day.